Hello, hello. I had to go put a shirt on. Right, so that's why this delay happened, I guess. I should have just like actually properly, prepared myself and then started streaming. Thank you for being the entertainment, C. Thank you, thank you. How are you? Oh man. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn the fan on. I'm not sure. Ding ding. Ding ding. Ding ding. I'm alright. I'm a bit sad though. I feel a little sad, and not for any reason that's going on in my life. I watched a documentary, or a YouTube video about Michael Jackson's life, and it's so, oh my god, dude, the world is, it sucks. Sad time. Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it gets you sad, but then it gets you thinking, Okay. Honestly, I want to show it to you guys. I'm not even joking. Okay. All right. So skulls. Do you see this? We've got skulls. Maybe today will be the last day we do skulls. Well, not the last day, like ever, but like messing around with these skulls, with the grid of the 12 skulls. It's been very interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all plug my tablet in. There you go. And then I've sketched the 3 poses, right? These are the 3 that's like, I finished these and I'm done. So I'm gonna do those. An interesting thing that I found out with these, and bro, these are not, look at this. These after like many tries. Look at this. This one is kind of not bad. Right? I've done this, and then I've tried that, and then I've tried a couple of times actually. A couple would be an understatement, I think. I thought about continuing to draw skulls, but I'm gonna be honest, the face has so much muscle and fat that it ain't helpful for faces for me. That's fair. That's very fair. And like I said last time, I'm not doing, you probably know what I'm going for at this point when it comes to faces or portraits. I'm not doing realistic stuff. I'm doing anime style. And anime style, you don't see the freaking, what's this called? Like the cheekbone, right? You don't see like the gap of the nose. Sometimes you don't even see the nose, right? Obviously you don't see this stuff because there's like there's like puffy big hair, right? However, let me try to appear more, and the chat is not appearing. I just noticed that. It's very, like, this is such a good exercise for spatial awareness. I just realized, today, doing these and with trial and error, that this is actually, that the shape is not just, like this when it comes to, you'd have like, I don't know, the nose, right? Come on, Photoshop, you freaker. Right, for the nose, it's not just like you have like this right here. This is the gap for the nose, right? And then you have this eye right here and this eye right here. This part is so confusing. And I remember like doing this, drawing this, and seeing it, and the guy, Hide, he described it as like a simple part of the skull, right? And I was like, trying to repeat after him, and it's like I was like very confused as to how to draw it. And he was doing like this line, boom, 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 and he's like done with it. I'm just gonna read the chat just a second. But then afterwards, I realized that okay, I'll talk about what I realized afterwards. So now it's time to draw rib cages for a few days, right? No, I was just like messing around at this point, not really doing rib cages. No. You want to draw special awareness? Rib cages are fun. Honestly, yeah, I guess so. But I'm looking, if I'm ever like want to challenge myself, I'm not gonna challenge myself with a rib cage. Maybe with a piece that is like a skull or something. But yeah, the skull was very challenging, and it's very good. I'll tell you. Yo, haircut. Hello, empty. My haircut has been cut. I don't know. You can check the streams like 2 days ago. I cut it 2 days ago. Your understanding of the jaw form has improved, bro. Ah, man, it was not just like let me draw the jaw and I drew it. I tried multiple times and it sucked. But okay, let me talk about like what I figured out first of all, like after drawing this. And yeah, how maybe things can change moving forward. First things first, a beginner thing people do a lot. And, you know, I don't count myself as a professional. I still do make beginner mistakes. It's that wanting to show everything, right? I was watching a YouTube video. Apparently, Roblox has like a game mode where you can draw people, which is interesting. Like I've watched a video about that, and obviously the people, no, well, not obviously, but the people in Roblox, they draw each other. Basically, they draw each other's characters, and I've seen one drawing that specifically kind of like caught my attention, and it's like a stick figure, right? This guy was drawing another person, and he drew him as a stick figure because he doesn't know how to draw, and like 2 eyes, and he apparently had like big hair, so he drew the hair like this, right? They drew the hair like this, right? And the hair of the character he was drawing, it was like a normal hair, you know? But it got me thinking, like, how much beginner, you know, people who don't know how to draw, how much they want to show the stuff that they see, right? So they see hair, they think, oh, I'm going to draw hair, I'm going to show hair, right? And they wouldn't really think about what's you know in front of the hair, what's maybe hiding the hair. So they interpret it as hair. Let me show hair. Oh, there's ears, let me show ears. There's, I don't know, hands or arms, let me show arms. And they don't really take into account how, like, the perspective and the obviously, because, you know, they don't know how to draw. But it's kind of also interesting. I wouldn't say scary, but like there's something about wanting, like, if we're going to draw something, we need to show the whole thing. Basically, if we're able to, we'd do like a, you know how in 3D, how in Blender, there's like you can wrap something in like you can wrap, like, let's say for example a ball in texture, and then you can peel that texture off and you would get the whole thing. If we can do that, we would we would do it as you know, as someone who's a beginner. And so I'm talking about this because, especially in this one, what I was doing is I had the nose like here, right? I had to move it to see the difference. I had the nose basically, wait, come on. I had the nose basically here, right? And to me, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's in position, it needs to be there, and it needs to be shown. And not only does the nose need to be shown, but this eye as well. And I was thinking, no, this needs to be in perspective. So the nose needs to move to kind of like hide the eye, right? And it's okay to hide the eye. It doesn't, you know, like, the eye doesn't need to show as long as like it's the correct kind of like perspective. That's good. Another thing is that, well, this is not, maybe this one thing that I learned is like maybe a mental thing, Another thing is that this freaking cheekbone, it's got like, it's not just, like I said, it's not just like this, you know? There's like an entrance here, and like there's also like the hole here. Like I knew about the hole, right? Right here. But there's like, you peek inside of here, and then you find this, and you find this gap where actually the jaw attaches, right? Which is very interesting. Obviously, it makes sense, right? But when you're drawing it, you don't really think about it, especially when you're drawing poses that are just like this or like this, right? Because you don't really see the gap. You only see the gap when you're drawing it. So yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so I'm thinking today, I'm going to, these are like sketchy. See all the fun stuff you learn about with anatomy studies. Yeah, it's very impressive, honestly. And it's just like, this kind of like increases my appreciation for the human body, right? Because it's so complex, yet like the way it is built, like it's very, I mean, come on. Starting to see my perspective? What is your perspective? Okay. Hey, YouTuber guy. On the weekend, my boy. On the weekend, you're gonna have to wait one more day. One more day. Well, it's Friday. Well, to me at least, it's Friday night. Maybe to you guys it's different, but it's still not the weekend yet. I'm starting to secretly enjoy anatomy because the human body is amazing and is never appreciated fully. I agree. I agree. I never really hated it. Did I ever say that I hate it? I won't be there. Okay, come on, bruh. Really? Last week, you were there and Alex was not there. And this week, I checked in with Alex. He said he probably will be able to join. And you're not here now? Come on, man. Come on. I need you guys all together, bruh. But yeah, the human body is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Come on, man. Okay. See, that's why you VC a few times a week. Then that doesn't happen as frequently. I trust me, I can't do that. I cannot. Okay, freak of the ribcage, we need these 3 heads. Save the world, make it a better place for you and the self-imprisonment thing. I'd like to call it self-improvement, maybe. Self-improvement by imprisonment. Does that work? For you and for me and the entire human race. We should focus Saturdays to be the craziest streams. Maybe if we're gonna hop on VC on a Saturday, it's going to be off stream. I'm not going to be streaming because I'll be busy drawing on stream. Come on, help me out, tablet. And what do you do in the safe time? I'm gonna be honest, I draw. Well, okay. When it comes to streaming, first of all, when I'm streaming and I'm not in VC, I'm drawing, right? And that's about it. That's around the only time where I joined VC. It's basically at night for me, at least. And yeah, so I don't really have like a lot of saved time around the night, because it's either I'm drawing or I'm in VC in the case of the weekends, or I'm asleep, you know, or maybe I'll watch something before I sleep, but that's it. All right, maybe I'll make them. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Imagine people who join you first time and they are confused about what the fuck we yap. I mean, joined your stream first time. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They can ask. Talking about the skull, don't you think it's cool? Our jaw and skull has specific holes in it for nerves and blood vessels. I'm not sure I know which holes you're talking about. I haven't gone into. I mean, I'm barely able to draw the skull. So I don't really know where and how the nerves go. I've seen one meme about, like, you know, the nerves and the blood vessels being like a mess around the body, and then like some 3D render of, like, you know how like people would do cable management, like joining like cables together and like having like 6 wires together with like a zipper or something. Like you can do that for our nervous system. That's pretty neat. Like our, like, right about where your canine teeth are on the bottom jaw has a hole in it for the nerves for your teeth. Oh, I see. And it does make sense, right? Because there are nerves like under the teeth. That's why our teeth can hurt. Below the eye holes. I feel like I've heard about that one too. About like being below the eye holes. Let me grab the docs for, yeah. Oh, I didn't do my warm-ups. I guess I did do some warm-ups today, but I'm going to do some again. And yet nobody thinks about all this because nobody has to think about it. Until you either love anatomy or you're an artist. Yeah, that's true. I got a little skull model, by the way. IRL is pretty dope, dude. I really like today I was like drawing these skulls and I'm like, it would be very, very nifty and handy if I just like had a skull like on my desk right now and I would just like look at it. Where did you get it? Because I was tired of just like looking at the 3D model. Like the 3D model is helpful, like don't get me wrong. But it's like, it's just a different feeling when you just like see it. If Timu is banned there, or not, but I got it for $9 on Temu. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, no, we don't have access to Temu. That sucks. Dude, you can low-key get some really cool stuff from Temu. There's Temu, there's another kind of like marketplace as well. I forgot what it's called. But like these like Chinese, selling stuff. Honestly, you can get some pretty cool stuff and stuff that you don't care about the quality, because the quality, you can argue that it's not the best. Ton of garbage from Temu. That would be kind of cool, but I don't think I'd use it enough to justify buying it. Neat garbage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's mostly it's either stuff that you think is cool, you buy it like by impulse, right? And then you use it once, you're amazed by it, and then you never use it again, right? Or it could be something that's kind of cool. Like the skull, for example. Or it could be something very like expensive, and you buy it if you're like you maybe you're drunk or you haven't thought it through, and then you regret buying it because the quality sucks. I've seen in our local like what do you call it, like bookstore, stationery store, whatever it is, like art store. There's like the mannequin. They sell like the mannequin with no proper anatomy kind of like features, which kind of low-key sucks. I don't want that. Gonna go eat lunch. All right. Bon appetit. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Maybe I should make it more thin. Dude, I watched a little documentary about Michael Jackson's life today, and it just broke my heart even more. It's like, I'm obsessed with the guy. If you guys don't already know, since I watched the movie, like, oh man, it sucks, man. It sucks. And I'm not getting like this opinion just because I watched the movie and I got all my information from the movie. I watched a lot of stuff about him, and man, low key as well, deeper in the Mike Jackson rabbit hole, bro. Fuck, man, I don't know. It's very sad. Like, it's very sad. Like, apparently towards his like the last years of his life, people were suing him left and right. Like there's this one what do you call her, like housekeeper, she sued him, and then there's maybe a bodyguard, I'm not sure, there's another person as well who sued him. Fathers or families, like parents of children, were suing him. Like he was getting, like, bro, he was having it rough. And God, man, it's so after, like, they did an investigation with him, where because people were accusing him of like, you know, being inappropriate with children and whatnot, and allegedly they gave description of like his genitalia, and the police basically they had the authority to walk in and take him in and examine his body, right? And I don't know if you've seen I mean, I've seen footage of Michael Jackson, and he's the shy type. Like, he's very shy, right? Bro could not stand up to his dad up until like maybe he was like in his 20s or something. He was very shy, and they took him in and they just like humiliated the shit out of him. They stripped him naked and they examined every part of his body, including, and he made a statement about it, you know, his penis, his butt. And it's just like, imagine standing nude in front of like a bunch of men, and they're taking pictures of you. And it's so heartbreaking, honestly. And like, he had like a skin condition called vertigo, where it turns like his skin starts, you know, slowly losing its pigmentation. You know, you probably have seen them before, like people with like patches. They'd be dark and they'd have like patches of whiteness on their skin. Like, he had it bad, and it kind of like gets worse with like stress and some sorts of medication, right? And he had that, and they were examining every inch of him just like to look for these kinds of patches. It's very messed up. And it's one of those things that just like this shit like breaks a man, you know. Fuck, man. I don't know. And like, once you get to a certain point, and he was maybe, okay, he was innocent, sure, but he was also low-key just gullible, and it's not his mistake, you know. Another thing, and this is like very important, because, okay, guys, please, if you ever become parents, don't make fun of your children or your children's appearances. Basically, his dad, he looked, you know, the way he looks with the cosmetic surgeries and stuff like that. His dad would always make fun of him and the way he looked, right? And we're not talking about the abuse part. Like, he used to hit him with the belt, and it's just like whatever, and he was just like throw him around, right? Literally. And his dad would just like make fun of him and just make fun of his nose. He'd say like, "You're too black, you know. Your nose is too big. You didn't get that from me." Even though like his dad had like a pretty big nose. I don't know what he's talking about. He's like, "You're too black. You didn't get that from me." All right. And it's like that like creates a is it, what do you call it? Like a dysmorphia, like a need that's rooted in you to change your appearance. And so the first thing he did, he, you know, cut parts, like he did a nose job, right? And then from there, like from there it gets like to other things, and it's very messed up to how much of an impact parents can have on their children, long-lasting impacts too, you know. It's very messed up. Come on. What? And you're in the industry and you have that much success. You're like I a money machine to people. They don't see you as a human anymore. They just see you as a money making machine, and that's it. You know. And the reality sucks, bruh. The reality sucks. I'm gonna look again at the skull. I really hope the stream doesn't crash again this time. Come on. So like, you know, you hear about stories about his life and stuff like that, and it's like, it kind of makes you think, God, like, people don't deserve good things. Like, I should, like, why bother do good things in the world, you know? These people suck anyways. Might as well just not care about them. They don't need it, right? And maybe you could argue that, you know, he's doing it for the children, right? At a certain point, he didn't, like, towards the you know, the last 10 years of his life, he didn't really care about music anymore. You know, he was touring, sure, but like, he was more into like his mission, which is like, you know, having, like, making sure as many children have like a childhood as possible, because he didn't have one. He started, you know, he started working since 5 years old. I saw a comment on one of, you know, the videos on YouTube. He was, the comment was like, imagine being 25 and having 20 years of experience. and other replies were like, yeah, he's one of the few people that can get the job now. Because jobs would be, you know, asking crazy amounts of like years of work. But it's very sad. Like in a lot of interviews, he talks about how like he would be forced to go to the studio and to sing and to record, and he, like, on his way to the studio, he, like, not only his way, I think next to his studio there's like a park or something where kids would play. And he'd just like, he'd cry because he wanted to be with them. He wanted to play like every other kid, but he wasn't able to. And it's very impressive because he's just kept going with everything that's been going on. His death was not, you know, obviously it wasn't suicide. And I probably maybe shouldn't have said that on YouTube. But his death wasn't like, you know, he didn't game end himself. Like, it happened the way it happened. And he would have kept going if he didn't, you know, stop living then and there, you know? The guy was 50 when he died, and he was still planning like his last tour, right? And they you know, started like selling the tickets, and they sold out like day one. Like, it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. But like, there's a lot of stuff to learn from his life, you know, just from how you need to move in the industry. And obviously we're not talking like you can interpret you know, lessons. You can get like some lessons from his life and apply them in your own kind of like way, right? How some people are just like snakes like that, you know, how some people, if they see an opportunity to use you, they would not, you know, hesitate. You know, how maybe you need to choose who you surround yourself with, maybe listen to the people who love you, because that's why I love interviews. Everyone has a unique story. Oh man, I've seen another interview from one of his exes. He married her for about a year and a half, and then they broke up. And this woman, she was what's he called? Elvis Presley's daughter. This woman is Elvis Presley's daughter, right? And at one point in their relationship, like this is where their relationship was not going too good, right? She was like, listen, she put him in an ultimatum. It's like she said, she was like, it's either like the vampires, she called them the vampires, right? Or me, right? And he kind of like, unfortunately, no. She said it's either the drugs and the vampires or me, right? And he pushed her away, not physically, but like, you know. And his dependence to drugs is not something that he was hiding or anything. Like it's publicly known that like from the first time he got burnt in the scalp, he got hooked on painkillers, right? And that's something that I think he went to rehab briefly, but it didn't really do much because obviously he was always working and always touring. So it's just that, and it's like, yeah, okay, sure, like he made the wrong call there, you know. He didn't listen to her. He could have easily just been, if he was in the right mindset, he would have been like, okay, I'll choose you, I'll choose actually my health, not even her, you know, freak her, you know. Obviously she was being good with him at the time, but like, not, if you're not going to do it for her, do it. If you're not going to do, if you're not going to do it for her, do it for yourself. But he didn't do it, and he still chose like the you know, the lights, the spotlight in the show. And I wouldn't fully blame him for that. Obviously, he's to blame. It's his own decision. He's a grown man. He's an adult. But at the same time, it's like, if you had some more people, you know, surrounding you who actually were like, actually, yeah, maybe you should listen to what she's saying. Maybe you should stick with her. She's like, she sounds like she's caring, but she cares about you. You know, maybe that wouldn't have happened, you know. And yeah, like I said, the dependency to drugs, and it's like, it was almost like forced onto him, like, because he got his scalp burned, and then he went to the hospital again for back stuff. You know, he broke his back, and oh man, in one of like, during like his controversies, one time like he was in the like in jail, and he needed to go to the bathroom, and they were like, okay, yeah, let's take you to the bathroom. They took him to the bathroom, and it had like, it was dirty. He described it, it was very dirty. It had feces all over the place, all the walls, whatever. It's very dirty. And they locked him in there for like 45 minutes. They just like locked him, right? They didn't want to open the door. And there was like this policeman there, and he was like talking to him through the window. And he was like asking, I forgot what he was asking him, but like, just like basically, I think he said something along the lines of like, does it smell good for you there? Like, obviously taking the piss. And it's like, why? Why did they lock him there? They were kind of like examining him for, so it's around the times where they were like investigating with him. and they were like taking samples and whatnot. You know, the procedure, right? And it's like, really? It's very bad. Just ignore my message. That's fine. Wait, I'm sorry. Oh shit, you wrote a lot of stuff. Like Walk Ride Rodeo was a cool story as well. I actually met the woman that movie was about. Really? I don't... Wait, hold on. I don't know that movie. And Fallen Taylor was told she had like 2% chance to live and would never walk again. She's walking, riding horses, and living normally now. Nice, nice. But to be honest, when I become a parent, I'm going to avoid gentle parenting because how effed younger Gen Alphas are these days. I mean, it's hard to keep up with chat when you're focused on talking about something. It is. I mean, I try my best, but, you know. And the people who were suing him and trying to take his money, one of the... okay, so if you don't know, he had like this ranch, basically, this kind of like almost like an amusement... It had like an amusement park. It had like a zoo there. Is like, and he basically takes children there, and children would just like have fun, and they would play there, right? And I can totally understand how some people would perceive it as weird, because he would play with the children and he would... But like, it's interesting because people don't, you know, read into the stories. They don't read, like his parents were like very strong believing Jehovah's Witnesses, right? They were very Christian, and he believed in Jesus, and he always talked about, you know, how, you know, he you know, how he's not God, but he wants to be godlike, and he wants to love people, and he wants to put that love out there, and how Jesus surrounded himself with children, and that's how he wanted to be the same. That from one side, and from the other side, again, the guy is literally not normal mentally, right? I'm talking about no childhood. I'm talking about buying a monkey to take care of. I'm talking about having literal giraffes in his like yard, right? He's clearly compensating for a child that he didn't have, right? And to just like think that, sure, you can think he's weird and like, you know, he's inviting all these children there, but like the intention, and this is what I like to believe, like this is an area right now where it's like, it's, if you like to think that, you know, he's being weird around children, sure, even though like there were never any evidence of, you know, him having touched children. Like, I'm talking physical evidence, because a lot of people can go out and talk and go to the media, and this is what a lot of, you know, actually people involved did, right? They would go to the media before they would go to the police. They would tell the media a story about him, and they would get paid a very hefty price, and then they, like, if they don't get money also from Michael, they would then go to the police, right? And he was like get dragged into the whole thing again, and it's very bad. And it's like one guy basically like oh yeah, one of the children, they brought him in, and they kind of like asked them like, did he was acting inappropriately around you and stuff like that, and they were like, no. This kid was like, no, he was not. I've never seen anything bad from him. And then his like basically, what's the word for it, like he changed what he said later, this kid. And the whole reason why he changed what he said was because he was just out of like, he just came back from the dentist, And obviously, if you've ever been to a dentist, you're under the effect of sedatives, right? You're literally drugged, right? And they ask you about something, and obviously you're not, mentally there. And so they would basically ask this kid under the effect of like the sedatives, and he gave them the answer they wanted basically, and they took that to the police, and it's bruh, like how dirty can you play, right? Some other blokes, I think this is the housekeeper. The housekeeper, she was like, I had to quit because of how disgusting, or the disgusting scenes that I was seeing. Or no, I think she said like something about like him showering with a child, right? Seeing him shower with a child, so she quit. But it turns out she actually was fired because she was not properly doing her job. So basically she was just salty. And like, bro, how evil can you be, bro? It's so bad. It's so bad. People are just fucked. People are fucked. So like, if you ever get into a position of power, the first thing you gotta do, man, protect yourself. Protect yourself. That's like, first, protect yourself from these, like, these are like wolves. They're just waiting. Oh, man. Okay. Hmm. Mm. There's this form here that's messing with me a little bit. Try and draw the skull from life, and this is hard. It is very tough. Also, it's like, it's very different. Like, I'm starting to, I mean, I knew about it before, but I'm starting to realize it more now. Drawing something as just like as you see it, and trying to interpret the 3D shape of it, and drawing from your interpretation, these are like two different skills. I don't know if you agree on me with if you agree with me on that, but like it's very interesting how, like, because I probably can draw a skull. Like, I can just like take a look at this and think like, oh, okay, we have like a boxy shape here, and it's like there's some stuff coming out from here and some stuff coming out from here, and then like there's this, right? I can get like the look pretty accurate just by looking at this, but that's not. But if I'm like asked to draw like a skull from memory, I'd be like, what? Yep, they are two different skills for sure. Yeah. There are people that can get very good at copying, but when it comes to construction and original stylization, they're not very good. Yeah, that's where I've been for quite some time. And don't get me wrong, like copying stuff and getting a feel of like, you know, what you're drawing, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like I said, it's different skills. You have that skill, that's great, but like you don't have that skill. If you're looking to draw stuff from imagination or construct stuff, like you said, then that's probably not the skill you're looking for, you know? all my line confidence disappears when drawing from life. It's so much harder for me. Have you tried that at all? Drawing from life? What do you mean? Like a real life reference? There's a course, there's this guy on, he's on Skillshare. I forgot his name, but he does like still life drawing stuff. Drawing from a real object in front of you, IRL. Yeah, so there's this course on Skillshare by this guy. He's like Brent Eviston. Yep, that's the guy. Brent Eviston does like real life stuff, and I took one of his courses, and it's drawing from life, and it's actually pretty interesting. You know, he taught about shapes and stuff like that, and in one part of his course, he recommends just like grabbing fruits and vegetables from around the house and trying to draw that. I feel like I've gotten good at doing that. However, it's like it lacks any sort of like stylization. It's, if I look back at it now, I don't know. I probably have. I'm not sure where I kept them, but I had like a chunky like a lot of papers that where I kept my drawings from that time. I don't know where they are, but anyways, I don't think they would, like, back then I thought they looked good. I don't think I'll have the same opinion now. Excuse me. Okay, that feels a little better. Even though it still feels a little small. Oh, I guess I didn't draw the entrance here. The small little entrance. This is where the spine goes to connect with the head. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And you can almost like kind of feel like this is a surface, which I like. I don't know where my chat is today. It doesn't show. Streamlabs is not doing its job. Alright, now we're gonna get to coloring for realsies. Okay. The little hole, the little hole where the Lego neck stud go. Yep. That's exactly that. What did I do? Okay, nothing. Brrr. Brrr. Actually, I thought about one thing I can do on the weekend. I want to take some Yu-Gi-Oh cards and try to redraw them. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do a copy of them, but there are more than 10k cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And some of the compositions there, they are incredible. They are masterful. So Yu-Gi-Oh! What they do, I don't know if you know about this, but they hire like freelance artists, different freelance artists to draw cards, right? It used to be Kazuki Takahashi, the author of Yu-Gi-Oh, but obviously he can't, you know, carry the whole, you know, all 10k cards. Besides, he also died. So they hire artists, and the stuff and the character designs they make, and when I'm going to grab some cards and I'll show you, these are masterful. These are beautiful. And so the one thing with Yu-Gi-Oh is that they don't, when they, you know, make a deck, or they make like an archetype most of the time, like a lot of times they would be like an archetype. And what an archetype is basically is just like some cards that belong, you can say, like to the same family, right? So they would kind of like have the same design elements, but like you'd find like one who's like a sorcerer, or one who's like a little child who's got some sort of effect, and one there's like who's like the warrior and whatnot. So they would have like different kind of like attributes, but still wearing basically kind of like the same cloak, right? Or having the same logo, or holding the same wand, right? They would have something in common, and they would like the commonalities, but then how, like, to show them how different they are, it's very impressive. And you know what it makes you think of too? I'm sorry if like you had, whoever's watching and you have, you know, to listen to me yap about Michael Jackson for like about like 3 or 4 streams now. I apologize, like you didn't ask, you didn't sign up for this, but it's just like I'm very passionate about this. Never really saw many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They were popular when I was in 3rd grade. Same. They were popular in my neighborhood as well. A lot of the older kids played it, and I remember having no cards, but then like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some cards now. But yeah, it's I don't play it much anymore. I feel like it's become very boring. And the anime, god, the anime, they killed it. They made it for children basically, and like at least it felt a little mature. Yami Yugi, like I always made this joke about like how Yami is actually a little bit freaky, because he had the look of like, you know, the belts and the buckles. He looked like he is into BDSM. But now it's just like a bunch of kid protagonists. It's very, it fell off. Yu-Gi-Oh fell off. But like the cards themselves, they're designed like very amazingly. Okay. Maybe I'll show you a card or two to understand what I'm talking about right after I do the shading. Yay! Shading! Skulls! I love shading skulls! feel like this part would be hit with a little bit of light. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was going to say something about, you know, Michael Jackson. It's like, it makes you think of like your mission on this earth. You know, what are you born to do? What is your mission on here? Why are you born? Right? And I'm not taking this like from a philosophical standpoint of just like, why do I exist? Why am I here? No. I believe personally that you are on this planet to help make it better, right? And so the question becomes, how do you plan to make the world better? How do you plan to have an impact? And I'm not talking about international impact. I'm not talking about fame. I'm not talking about, you know, trying to help millions of people. Even an impact on the people around you. You know what I mean? That is like, if you're able to do as far as that, that's enough. Obviously, if you're able to do more, then, you know, that's better. But like, how do you plan on helping people and keeping that basically until the day you die? How do you plan to do that? You know, like, he helped people through his music, right? He made good music in the beginning, right? He had you know, power, right, with his music. And then he helped children in hospitals. He made the ranch thing. He donated to charity, stuff like that, you know. What have we done? You know, maybe it's a good question to ask yourself. I mean, I ask myself this as well, right? And I feel like I'm not doing enough, right? What have you done to help someone out there, right? I think it's very important to ask, for a person to ask themselves that, because it's not okay. Sure, you can even look at it from like a selfish reason, you know, charities and stuff like that. I would say very few people do it very selflessly. A lot of people, and including me, like I saw myself do this, right? Real time. I'm like, I give somebody, right, on the street something, and you just like get this instant gratification, you know what I mean, of like, yeah, I am a good person, I just helped this person on the street right here. And it's like, I feel like that's part, like, that's ego, you know, you're pumping your ego, and it's like, yes, I am a good person, look at me. Obviously you don't go around people, it's just like between you and yourself, you know. But still, that's still ego going in and being like, yeah, you did that because you made yourself feel better that way. If you want to make yourself feel better, go donate to a person, right? And that kind of sort of becomes not about the person you're helping. It becomes more about you, you know? And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, you know. If you want to help, you know, people for selfish reasons, by all means, go for it, right? At least you're helping someone. But it still is. It's just interesting to think about it, like, from that perspective. Like, am I really doing it for me? Am I really doing it for people? And so, you know, trying to think of like the mission. Why are you here? What is your mission on this planet? Right? Which kind of people are you born to help, you know? And that you can, obviously, I don't feel like you get that answer very easily, right? I feel like you get that answer through your experiences in life and what you've been through, what you've seen, which people, you know, you see are struggling the most, because people are struggling from all different things, right? People are struggling, you know, there's kids dying of cancer, there's like poverty, there's stuff like that. Obviously you can't help everyone, but like, I feel like choosing like something that deeply relates to you and going in with that, I feel like that's very strong, that's very powerful, you know, rather than just like deciding to, oh, actually, you know what, I'm going to help a homeless the homeless, right? And yeah, I mean, do it. I'm not gatekeeping helping again, but it's like if you're doing it with a purpose, I feel like that's much stronger. I'm sorry for my yapping. I apologize. I'm gonna shut up. Oh, maybe this could connect here. Ah. This would connect here, I think. Okay, I don't hate that. No, I appreciate it. I'm taking it in. Nice. Thank you for listening. It really means a lot. Hey, I'm kind of late. Hello. You are at least not... I mean, you're earlier than yesterday, I believe. So you're good. All right, I'm gonna, yeah, this one is done. Okay, let's move on. How are you? Actually, wait. Me? Yeah, you. Finish my first code. Drop it in the server, my boy. I want to see it. Or did you say that to the skull? Yeah, I'm talking to the skull, actually. This is my grandfather I'm drawing. Obviously, he's dead. And so this is like, I'm drawing his skull. And I'm talking to him. And I drew a face over it. Oh, nice. Did it look good? I'm excited to see it, actually. I'm interested. Okay, I feel like light gets through to this eye. Like, I feel like this orbit is just like lit up. Is that wrong? Like, this is definitely lit up. Maybe this part is not. Nice shading, thank you. Look at details. Yeah. Maybe this part like this, like half of it. Yeah, I think that's fine. This thing is in shadow. I think we're going to do this one like this. Legend can stay inside the lines. I can too if it's traditional medium, not digitally. What? Legend can stay inside the lines. I can too if it's traditional mediums, not digitally. Legend? What do you mean? Am I not understanding something? Legend. Okay, maybe some shadow here, like some, I don't know, like a little bit around here. Yeah, I think that's not bad. It's referring to you. I'm Legend. I'm Legend. I am now Legend. I mean, not yet. I'm not a legend yet. Actually, fuck it. I am a legend. Let's manifest this shit. I am leg. If you know the meme I'm talking about, you're a legend. I am leg. What the hell defines a legend? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I become one. What is the group I stand? The names refer the color outside the lines. I'm sorry, you guys are saying like either like saying like difficult sentences or I'm like being on stupid mode today. The group I stand, the names refer to color outside the lines. I don't know. Legend. Let me be clear. No, let me be clear. Did you say that in an Obama voice? I really hope you did. You probably didn't, but it would be funny if you did. It was so hilarious. I had a convo with a French friend earlier for them, and I was saying he was goated, and he replied, "What the fudge are you talking about?" And I woke up too early for this. What's a goat in French? I don't know. But like I imagine him like doing like a literal translation, like on Google or something, and being like, "What? Did you just call me a goat?" Le goat. Le goat. The group I really like, their name means color outside the lines, like their me. Oh, nice. Chèvre. Tu es très chèvré, hein? You are goated. Tu es très chèvré. He knows what goated means. He's just not having it. I'm the goat. Oh, there's a movie called Goat, I believe. It's an animation movie. It's about basketball. Yeah, a little bit like this. Ah! Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god, we still have another one. In Portuguese, calling someone a goat is an insult. Whoa. Is it satanic? Huh? What do you mean, satanic? Goat as an insult. Very interesting how like different languages interpret being called a goat very differently. Yeah, it's because he's able to speak French, yeah. Yeah, you can get some pretty interesting reactions from people who are not used to it. Hi guys, this is my account. Who are you? Also, hi. Some people, some of them take it to heart, often are very confused. What did you do? Did you just compliment me? I'm Janet. Oh, hi. Wait, did I not draw something? I feel like I missed a detail here. Yep, I did. I didn't have dinner, and I feel hungry now. How hungry? I feel so hungry I could eat a horse. Am I right, C? Did you ever get so hungry you could eat a horse? Did you ever look at your horses and you thought like, and you saw them as like a piece of steak or like a chicken drumstick? Is that an actual saying? People say like, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Is that something that people actually say? Or is that just a meme? Whoops. This is my account, so I have my favorite singer's name and profile picture. Nice, nice. That's cool. People be saying it for real? Wow. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Why a horse specifically? Why not something like bigger that would like, I don't know. If you were so hungry you could eat something of a large scale, why not go with something larger than just a horse? If you eat your horse, you're probably gonna lose your mean of transportation. If we're talking like, if not even that, though your horse is not even your friend, right? Why not eat like a bear or a dinosaur? It's a saying, I don't know why. Interesting. No, they're like 1K plus. I don't know what is that. How do you say that? Animal that could do bad things to anyone but are too kind not to. Really interesting. Well, you know more, so. And put up with the crap we do to them. Wow. I mean, not everybody, right? Not everybody does that. I mean, I'm sure you treat your horses in a very gentle manner. I mean, we've seen it on VC, right? I wonder if it's because it originated in the West where like the only big mammal was horses. Could be. Like we're talking West America. Is it even an American saying? I mean, I'm kind of like positive it is, right? Like Americans use it, but did it cowboy times? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'm from cowboy times. There's on in my language which goes like a stick and thieves beard. A stick and thieves beard? What does that mean? That sounds interesting. What if like the thief is like cleanly shaved? What if the thief is a woman? I'm being a little analytical with like sayings. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Is a saying from around the 70s. Not 70s, 1700s or in 1800s, when horses were used for transportation, and eating the horse would be the last resort. Oh, I see, I see. So it's like you're so hungry, you're able to, you're willing to sacrifice your only means of transportation to satiate your hunger. I think it means the thief is caught somehow. Okay. Interesting. We have a similar saying as it's as thick as thieves. Man, people who be coining like these sayings, we need to see them, man. It's interesting because I just remembered how like I've seen a couple of memes on Instagram. God bless, I don't go on Instagram anymore. I thought I was addicted, but like I just see it now as a very cancerous platform. There's like this one account where he's like, the guy was inventing, it's like a what's the word? Kirkenuanly. It's like, you know, Kirk and genuinely, Kirkenuanly, and people be saying that shit. I low-key said it a couple of times. I wonder if it's like the same thing with like in the 1700s, people be like, let me make up this word, you know, or this saying. Oh, okay. I think the eye is fully lit here, so that's good. Maybe no, actually no maybes. It's kind of bothering me that everything is lit up here. I feel like I want to add some shadow, just like for value change, because there's a lot of like this, a lot of this value here, but none of it here. I just want to, even if it's like wrong, I don't care. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Yeah, and maybe a little bit of this. That feels more balanced, doesn't it? Design, baby. Man just jailed 99% of his computer to not go to that one website. Totally normal. What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? I'm so hungry. I could eat my car. Yeah, we should keep up with the times. We should just start saying that, since not a lot of people use horses anymore. Instagram, I'm not locking myself out of Instagram. I just don't use it. I have access to it. I just don't use it anymore. I noticed the trend with Instagram is like a lot of the trending or the videos that I get recommended, they're just like, they follow the format of keeping you watching, telling you like what the video is going to be, or like it's one of those like watch till the end, but they don't say watch till the end, they say it in like a different way, and you keep watching basically like 80% of like nothing up until you get to the point where like they deliver, and the delivery isn't even, it sucks, it just sucks. That's a lot of Instagram. I get bored with social media very easily. If I wasn't an artist, I wouldn't even have it downloaded. I just use it to upload. I have a very meme brain. I like memes too much. Like something funny. If I find something funny, I'm gonna like it. And there's a lot of funny stuff there, but there's also a lot of like brain dead content, which kind of like makes it for me like whatever. Okay, so these three are separate. Ah, I'm so hungry, bruh. My attention span is so bad nowadays. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I don't want... How do I say this? How is your coloring so perfect around the edges without going outside the lines? Are you asking that question actually, or are you being sarcastic? Because I can't tell sometimes. Oh, I think... I think... yes, I'm being sincere. It's a trick. I've done a trick. You can almost call it a magic trick. It's a Photoshop trick. You see, this is my actual shadow. Well, the coloring, you asked about the coloring, but like this is my actual shadow, and you just use this as a mask. You probably know about this, and you basically get this like clean stuff. I'm not sure if you're referring to that, but that's how it is. At least I'm not the only one. It'd be just a waste of time to try to do it perfectly when you can easily just do what I did, right? Like, why make yourself go through that when you have the tool to not do it and to get the result, you know, perfect? Okay. They look like animals without the mask. Oh, dude, look at this. This is so cool. Whoa. This is freaky, bruh. I love like stuff like this because it always reminds me of like an impact frame. That's awesome. That's a challenge. Make something of your unmasked shading layers. Yeah, maybe maybe not today. Yeah, your unmasked shading looks cool, right? Yeah. And here we go. All right, now we join these in a group. Boom. Fuck's sake. What? Huh? Oh shit. I just made Pinterest and I have like 1K plus pictures in my favorites. Oh yeah, you can get sucked into Pinterest very quickly. Okay, these three. Like, Pinterest is good and it sucks at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's very good for it. Like, it's low-key good for inspiration. It's not the best, but it's good for inspiration. But also, like, the experience there, especially the DMs. Good God. If you ever want to DM a person, please do not use Pinterest DMs. It's horrible. I guess I never thought of that. How does Photoshop knows what area is a mask? Like, how does it not mask outside the lines or something? I guess. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna read that properly because I feel like that's a good question. And there we go. All right, so let me put this in smart object, smart object, smart object. There we go. I made pin to talk to my other online friends. Most of them have pin, that's why. Oh, no, please. If you want to use Pinterest, use it by all means. But like the experience, like, okay, use, I don't know, use Instagram or even Messenger, right? Or WhatsApp, and then use Pinterest. You'll see the difference in like the user experience. I'm talking user experience. Sure, you can message, you can communicate with your friends there. But like it's buggy. It's not buggy. It's like the interface is very bad. Maybe I'm looking at it from like a design perspective, from like a UX UI perspective. That's why. You felt that? Yeah. I guess I never thought of that. Okay, how does Photoshop know what area is a mask? So okay, let's say we have this right here. And then on another layer, right? Okay, let's use this as the mask layer. Oh, whoops. So this is like the yellow is our mask. And so when you use this gets masked. Like, how does it not mask outside the lines or something? Outside the lines? Okay, is this an instance? Is this, first of all, is this an instance that you're talking about? Because there are no lines here. This is just a blob. Oops. No, you're too small. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this here, and grab this here. Doesn't that just look cool? I'm so glad I didn't give up on the skulls. I low-key got to a point where I'm like, do I really have to finish them? But I'm happy I did. All right. It's bothering me a little bit that these have like thicker outlines than some of the rest, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh my god. Should I just like grab some food and eat on the stream? I feel like I should draw. I did some coloring to the little chibi girls. Where are they? It's funny how like on one side I'm drawing little cute chibi girls, and then on the other side I'm just drawing like death skulls. Right, I've got oh no, wait, I forgot some parts, some coloring parts on you know, the little thing on here, the cracking girl. I believe these are white. Okay, it's good that I pulled them up actually. And the mouth, I guess, would be a little bit red. They feel different. Maybe I should just stick to this color. I feel like they're too much. We'll keep them that way this time. And but we'll see. Another thing I was thinking, let me see, is, yeah, the mouth. Yep. Cute. Okay. I have 15 more minutes. What do I want to do? Oh, I didn't practice. I didn't, you know, do my lines today, so maybe I can end the stream on some lines. Whoa, that's very interesting. That is not bad. I don't know if Empty, you're still watching this, but I'm looking at your, you know, skin face right now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, there's probably a person out there that looks like that. You can argue that the jaw maybe is a little bit forward, but this is how they built. That's very cool. I like that. I like it a lot. Very nice. What's happening? There's a person who's got like a Russian name on the server. Huh. Oh, right. That's Rax. That's Rax's nickname. Interesting. Okay, let me do my lines. We've been infiltrated by a Russian hacker. We're gonna start getting like the $15 gift cards, Roblox, Fortnite cards. Giveaway, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast giveaway. $1,000 billion, 1,000 million billion gajillion dollars. It's very interesting because I wonder like how kids these days perceive money, like their perception of money, how distorted it is, right? I don't know if you guys have seen like these interviews where, dude, these mosquitoes, fuck off. These interviews where like you get like a rich billionaire guy and they ask him about grocery and whatnot, and they barely know the price of like an apple because they're so out of touch, and they get their grocery because they obviously they get their stuff ready, whatever, like they don't care about the prices. It's like kids these days, they see all this money being dumped into like videos and just like Mr. Beast, whatever, like raking money with a swipe or whatever it's called. It's like I wonder how much do they think a million is? Or what would the impact of a million be on a person's life? I low-key also wanted to get the maid outfit from Temu, but then I realized, oh wow, I just started speaking about the maid outfit and you showed up, Alex. But we don't have access to Temu, and it's so sad. Cause that shit is like cheap there. No, don't buy that from Temu. No, I can't anyways. Like a Chinese freaking maid outfit. Like I looked up some maid outfits like in some actual local stores. Everything is like sexy. Maids are like actually very sexualized. I'll buy it for you. Oh no, this is becoming real now. Hold on. Like, why are maids so sexualized? Can't a maid just like do her job and clean the freaking, like, I don't know, kitchen or whatever they maids do? Don't let Derpy enter this chat. What is it? One of his turn-ons or something? But yeah, I agree. I've seen, like, I guess it's like in the context of like what, like Halloween or something. I've seen a lot of like nurses as well, like you know, sexy nurse. What else did I see? Maybe some superhero costumes, like Batwoman, that as well. I mean, I can get behind Batwoman because even in the comics, like she's, you know, she's very attractive. Whoops. A nurse being sexualized, like where does that go? I guess, I don't know, maybe in the war, like, you know, people would be in war and you'd have a nurse taking care of you after being injured, and you see this, like, you see her as like a spider suit. Huh. I will fold. No, but honestly, put a muscular man in a maid outfit. I've seen that. I have seen that. There's like this black dude. Bro is like built. He's built. And I don't know if you have seen him, but like he dances in the maid outfit, and he's pretty good. He's pretty freaking good. I need to Google that. I'm so curious. Oh yeah, you can. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Even know what you look up to find him. Maybe you can type like whatever I'm going to say can easily lead to like a like inappropriate videos. Maybe like black guy made made outfit dance. You found him? Okay, good. Bro, hey, I don't know. Hopefully you find the same guy I'm talking about. He's got thunder thighs. Bro has got thighs, bruh. I feel like you said you found him and then you low-key just disappeared. I'm imagining you just like busy watching him right now. It's been a while since I've done like cylinders and boxes, so instead of like the squiggly lines, maybe we can do some cylinders and boxes today. epic music to draw to. It's very good. I love this music. Have you tried rotating a box? I don't remember. I haven't done it as like, you know, a proper exercise, but I've done like 3 consecutive boxes that are just like, you feel that it's rotating. The grid? No, I haven't done the grid. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't done the grid. Yeah. I'm kind of confident that I'm not going to struggle with it. But maybe, you know, I'll only know until I actually try it. If we're going, so I'm going to try to rotate this one, and I'm going to do 3. Right, I think that's fair, and then we can end the stream. Right, I want to show more of this face. Right, so this segment will become shorter. Right. And I mean, this is already kind of like 90, and the more like it gets close, the more it gets like the angle gets closer to 90 degrees here. It might be a little bit smaller, but we can just scale it up. That's no problem. I guess. And maybe this would be. this one's not too good. Sorry, I disappeared. Lol, I was going to watch on dance practice, but I watched more. It's okay. So it's kind of tricky because this feels like it is already like 90, but it's not. This is 90. A perpendicular. Something like, oh my god. Yeah. Something like this. That's 90. So wait, this gets narrower? I'm very confused now. Hold on. What? There's some illusion going on. Okay, that's 90 degrees. So if that is going to rotate, you know, so we're able to see this, that is going to get narrower, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, the angle, assuming like these two are the exact same. Right. I'm gonna get it close to 90. I'm gonna try to get it close to 90, but not hit 90 like perfectly, right? So this is not 90, as you can see. Right? Yeah. The time is 3:33 a.m. You have a very messed up sleep schedule. Snap. Okay. And as these get to 90, yes, I do. It's good that you're aware of it. Hello, it's John Draw. John Draw? It's the John Draw. No, she's not talking to you, my boy. Okay. And now, if we get really, have you ever drew a cube grid before? That's insane. If you look, if you look up in the chat, go up, you would find the same question asked. Okay, and then I'm gonna do like an almost 90%, 90 degrees. I'm gonna do a 90 degrees because who the fuck cares? But yeah, it's more like this. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, I know. It's a coincidence. I guess it's a matter of like, it's a shift in perspective, and it's about the length. It's about the length of the segments and the angle, right? The angle of this right here, basically, right? I did a 90 degrees at the Uneral, and I was banned. You probably shouldn't have that. I think that's very reasonable. So not you doing the 90 degrees, but you getting banned. Also, what's a 90 degrees? Like, did you do like a split, or like a half? That would be half a split, I suppose. Though I don't see how cube grids can help at all, much aside from learning new cube angles. I don't know. I don't think they're not helpful. I think they're very good for like spatial awareness. I mean, if you can rotate a cube, then you probably can rotate the insides of a cube or a box. You can rotate the insides of a box, right? Or you can assemble a bunch of cubes to make something up. They're tedious. I mean, if you want to get better, you have to do tedious work. That's just the way it is. Okay, it's almost kind of like I can kind of see like how like it's rotating. I was showing this kind of like area. It would also be cool to just rotate the box as if like it's falling a little bit. Bye bye, take care. Check your work, Chad. Don't think you've seen any of my stuff recently. I have not. Honestly, I've been a little bit off of Discord. I mean, I check once in a while, but I don't go over all the channels. But yeah, I'll take a look. I'll take a look. Chop chop. Now draw a frame by frame animation of a cube falling with 20 frames per second. Well, I'm not going to do 60 frames per second, but I've done an animation of a cube rotating before, and I posted it on Discord. I'm not sure which channel I posted it on, or which server even. I didn't post it on my server, but I did an animation of a rotating cube. And it was not on 60 frames per second. I think it was on 3s. There we go. That was a fun one. Thank you for suggesting, or bringing up the grid, MT. All right. We're going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Whoever joined up late, you know where I'm at every day on here, drawing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.